Hello, Utera Insiders! Welcome back to Utera Real Estate Channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping Filipinos understand real estate without the pressure, without the hype, and without the jargon na parang exam sa school. Kwentuhan lang tayo dito. Para lang nagkakape. Kaya kunin nyo na yung kape nyo at magkwentuhan na tayo. Para lang tayong nag-uusap sa site visit. Today's topic is very close to my heart because I've seen this happen again and again and again and again. Pag first time mong bumibili ng property, ang daming excitement, ang daming emotions. And sadly, that's when most mistakes happen. So today, we're talking about the biggest mistakes Filipinos make when buying their first property. Not to judge, not to scare you, but to help you avoid saying one day, sana may nagsabi sa akin ito dati. Mistake number 1, buying because of emotions only. Let me tell you a story. May mag-asawang dumating sa viewing. It was a weekend. Tahimik. May music sa background. Imagine niyo lang ha. Amoy mabango ang model unit. Yung amoy na parang mayaman ako dito. Tapos sakto. Sunset. Yung liwanag na tumatama sa bintana na parang sinasabi, dito kayo magiging masaya. Ito yung moment, pagpasok pa lang nila, sabi ni wifey, "Love, ito na yun?" Alam niyo yung feeling na yun? Yung parang, this is it. Dito na tayo tatanda. Ito na yung bahay na ipopost ko sa FB o sa Facebook. With matching, finally home, caption. Diba ganda nun? Well, meron kasing social media versus reality. May picture na agad sa utak. Christmas tree sa sala, kids running around, coffee sa balcony, soft lighting, slow life. Walang picture ng bills, traffic, monthly amortization due date. What they didn't ask, so anong nangyari? Walang tanong tungkol sa kailan ba ang turnover date. Walang tanong tungkol sa magkano ba ang association dues or ang homeowner's dues. Walang tanong sa parking, maintenance, and other future costs. Basta ang tanong lang in a very excited tone. Pwede na bang mag-reserve? Sarap pakinggan nun, di ba? Pwede na bang mag-reserve? Emotions is driving. Logic is naka-seatbelt lang. And here's the truth. Emotion is important in buying a home. Kasi, bahay yan. Hindi naman yan spreadsheet. You should feel excited. You should feel inspired. But, here's the danger. Emotions alone is dangerous. Ulitin ko ha. Emotion alone is dangerous. Kasi, pag lumipas na yung kilig, lumipas na yung saya, lumipas na yung excitement, ang matitira sa'yo ay monthly amortizations, yung traffic na dadaanan mo araw-araw, yung gising mo ng maaga, yung tanong na parang, bakit parang masaya lang siya nung viewing? Minsan, sasabihin natin, okay lang. Tiis muna. And this is very Filipino ha. Minsan, sasabihin natin, okay lang, tiis muna. Pero deep inside, ang mahal pala ng tiis. So what lesson did we learn? Fall in love with the property, but marry the numbers. Kasi long-term commitment yan. Hindi siya fling, hindi rin siya summer love. Kumbaga asawa yan. Sinasabi nga madalas ng emotion, uy, ang ganda naman. Ang sabi sa'yo ni Numbers, kaya mo ba every month? Sabi ni emotion, ang saya dito. Sabi ni Numbers, hanggang kailan? Emotion says, ito na. Pero the Numbers ask, sure ka? So yes, feel the excitement. Enjoy the viewing. Take the photos. But before you say yes, ask the boring questions. Because boring questions protect exciting dreams. Always remember, fall in love with the property. Yes, fall in love with the property. But always remember, marry the numbers. I'll say that again. Marry the numbers. However, meron ding mistake number 2. Ito naman yung nakafocus ka lang sa monthly payments. The next mistake is very common. Kaya naman ang hulog. Pasok naman siya sa monthly budget. Nakausap ako, young professional. He has a stable job, a good income. And ang sabi nga niya is 15,000 lang monthly. Kaya ko yan. Well, tama naman. Kaya nga and pasok naman sa budget. Pero ang hindi niya tinanong, magkano pag turnover? Biglang may, payment of balance upon turnover. Yung binabayaran pala niya is pang down payment lang. Akala niya, buo na yung babayaran niya. Meron pa tayong tinatawag na move-in fees, Meralco deposits, water installation cost, and association dues. Plus, kung mag-i-improve ka pa ng property mo, meron pang construction bonds. Parang oops, surprise party. Pero, ikaw ang nagbabayad. Lesson? Hulog or monthly amortization is just one of the story. Always ask, ano ang total cost of owning this property? And what are the other fees na babayaran pag na-turn over na ang property? Para hindi ka nabibigla and napaghahandaan mo yung expected expenses. Now, mistake number 3, ignoring locations trade-off. Ito na, mura nga. Pero saan? This is what you call ignoring location trade-offs. May isang pamilya, may 2 anak. Bumili sila ng bahay, pero medyo malayo kung saan nga nagwo-work si tatay. Pero mas malaki, mas mura. Alam niyo nangyari, after 1 year, pagod na pagod si tatay. Si nanay, super stressed out. Bakit? Kasi almost 3 hours yung biyahe. Araw-araw. Mura nga ang bahay. Pero mahal naman ang kapalit. So what lesson did we learn? Location is not just about price. Ulitin ko ha. Location is not just about the price. It's about time, energy, and more importantly, quality of life. Mistake number 4, no long-term plan. Now, that's mistake number 4. And this is another very, very common mistake when buying a property. No long-term plan. Ito yung attitude na bahala na. Very Filipino, di ba? The bahala na mindset. Bahala na si Batman. Pero wala namang kinalaman si Batman dyan sa pagbili mo ng property, di ba? So, bahala na sounds harmless. Parang okay na yan. At least may bahay. Mamaya na natin isipin. So, ang thinking is, titirhan muna natin. For now lang naman. Pwede na to. Pasok naman sa budget. But, life happens. And lifestyle changes whether you plan it or you plan for it or not. Biglang nag-asawa, nagkaroon ng anak, nagka-work from home, nagkaroon ng maliit na negosyo sa bahay. May mga magulang na kailangang tumira with you. Biglang maliit na. Biglang ma-realize na yung property na okay lang dati, biglang maliit na. Hindi na kasya yung gamit, walang space para sa bata, maingay pag may meeting, walang parking, in short, walang room for growth. And minsan sasabihin mo, okay lang, tiis muna. Pero the truth is, you're not just tiising space. Your tiising is bad planning. Most buyer think short term. Kaya ko ba ito ngayon? So again, the question is, where do people go wrong? Most buyers think short term. Kaya ko ba ito ngayon? Kasya ba sa budget ngayon? Okay ba ito for this year? However, very few ask, okay pa ba ito for the future me? The most important question is, you should always ask this, not after buying, but before buying. Again, always ask this question, not after buying, but before buying. Will this property still work for me in 5 to 10 years? Foresee yourself 5 years ahead. I know mahirap. Mahirap mag-isip minsan ng future. Pero kahit basic lang, tanungin mo sarili mo. May plano ka bang mag-asawa? May plano ka bang magkaanak? Kasi yun palang dalawang yun. May dagdag na kaagad sa natitira sa bahay mo. Ang asawa mo at ilan yung plano mong magkaanak. Possible ba ang work from home setup sa trabaho mo? Mag-iiba ba ang income mo? And lastly, gusto mo ba ng flexibility later? Hindi kailangan answer in the exact questions. What you are looking for is a direction. Kailangan, tinitingnan mo yourself 5 years from now, ano ang mangyayari sa buhay mo. Align your property goals with your life goals. Because the goal of buying a property is not just ownership. It's alignment. Alignment with your lifestyle, your career, your family plans, and your long-term goals. Kasi each milestone in our lives affect the kind of investments that we do. So, always ask these questions ahead. Foresee yourself 5 years from now. Remember, property is not just a tirahan. A property is a long-term commitment, a financial responsibility, a lifestyle decision. Hindi lang siya may matutuluyan. It's may matutuluyan ng maayos for the coming years. Final reminder, before you say, bahala na si Batman, bahala na, stop. Pause. Think forward. Because the right property should grow with you, not limit you. Plan long term so you don't regret short-term decisions. Now, mistake number 5, not asking enough questions, or probably not asking the right questions. And this is the last one. Kaya hold on, Utera Insiders. This is important. One of the biggest and pinakatahimik mistakes people make when buying property is this: not asking enough or not asking the right question. And honestly, this is very Filipino. Bakit? Nahihiya kasi. Nahihiyang magtanong. Nahihiyang magmukhang walang alam. Nahihiya baka istorbo. Nahihiya baka isipin, ang dami mong tanong ah. Why this happens? Let's be real. Most of us were raised na wag masyadong magtanong. Makisama ka na lang. Baka bastos. Okay na yan. So, when you're sitting in front of a real estate broker or a real estate salesperson, probably a developer or a property seller, and more importantly, even a bank officer, we nod, we smile, we say okay po, pero deep inside, ang dami nating tanong. Here's the truth. When you don't ask questions, you don't get clarity. Ulitin ko, when you don't ask questions, you don't get clarity. You don't really understand what you're buying. And when you don't understand what you're buying, you're not buying a property. You are guessing. And property is not something you guess. Hindi ito damit na pwedeng ibalik. Hindi ito cellphone na pwedeng i-upgrade next year. This is your money. This is your future. Sometimes even your family's security. Kaya always ask questions. Let me give you a few common situations. Scenario number 1, may sinabi sa'yo na, Sir, Ma'am, ready for occupancy na po. You nod. But you didn't ask. Ano exactly ang ready? May kuryente na ba? May tubig? May occupancy permit? Lilipat na lang ba ako? So, pag move in mo, biglang may surprises. Scenario number 2, affordable naman po ang monthly. Affordable kanino? You didn't ask. Fixed ba yan or may pagbabago? Or magbabago ba yan over the next few years? Hanggang kailan? Ano ang mangyayari after turnover? Then after a few years, nagulat ka na lang sa bagong amount. Tumaas ng husto. Scenario number 3, maganda po yung location. Tataas ang value. Maganda? Oo, pero you didn't ask. Kailan tataas? Bakit siya tataas? Ano yung mga factors bakit tataas ang value ng property mo? May developments ba talaga o sabi-sabi lang? So let me say this clearly. You're not being rude by asking questions. You're not being difficult. You're not being makulit. You're being responsible. Responsible with your money, your future, and responsible with your family. Actually, asking questions is a sign that you care, that you're serious, and that you're thinking long term. A good broker or a salesperson, a good developer, a good seller welcomes questions. If someone makes you feel small for asking, that's already an answer. That's not the right property for you. Well, we'll talk about this again. And maybe in one of our future episodes, we will discuss this further. We'll break down what questions you should ask, which question matters the most, and which questions can save you from years of regret. Parang ika nga is guide for the first time home buyer. Para hindi kayo bibili ng property na may kasamang, ay, sana pala. Because the right property doesn't just come from a good offer. It comes from good questions. So remember this, Utera Insiders. If you don't ask, you don't know. If you don't know, you risk too much. And in real estate, clarity is not optional. It's protection. So Utera Insiders, always remember, mistakes happen, kaya always be careful. But the goal is to make informed mistakes, or better yet, avoid them. If this video helped you, like this video, and consider subscribing. And join the conversation below. This is EJ of Uterra Real Estate. Our experience, your advantage.